Sometimes, the words that hurt most aren't shouted, they're whispered with a laugh. My name is Ethan, I'm 33, and until recently, I thought my wife Lauren and I had a marriage built on trust and humor. We teased each other a lot. It was part of what made us feel close. But one night, a simple joke changed how I saw everything. It was a Saturday evening, and we were getting ready for a friend's birthday party. It had been a long week, and honestly, I wasn't in the mood to go out. But Lauren loved social gatherings. She said it helped her reset. I stood by the mirror, fixing my tie, when she came out of the closet in a long navy dress. She looked incredible, effortless, confident. I smiled. "You look beautiful." She twirled playfully. "You think your brother will think so too?" I froze, thinking I'd misheard. "What?" She laughed. "Relax, Ethan. I'm kidding. You know how your brother always tries to charm everyone. He'll probably have some slick comment ready when he sees me." I forced a smile, but something about her tone bothered me. It wasn't the joke itself, it was how she said it. Too casual. Too comfortable. Like she'd already thought about it before. I brushed it off and finished getting ready, telling myself not to overthink. But later, at the party, that uneasy feeling grew. My brother Ryan showed up a little late, as usual, wearing that confident grin he'd had since high school. He hugged me, then turned to Lauren. "Wow," he said with a grin, "if I'd known this was a formal event, I'd have dressed better, just to keep up with your wife." Everyone laughed. Lauren did too. And I watched, quietly, as their eyes met just a second too long. I told myself it was harmless. That's what families do. They tease, they joke. But as the night went on, I noticed more. The shared glances. The private smiles. The little moments that didn't feel like coincidences anymore. When we got home, I tried to shake it off. But Lauren must have noticed my silence. "What's wrong?" she asked as she removed her earrings. "Nothing," I said, though my voice said otherwise. She sighed. "Ethan, come on. You've been weird since before the party." "Did I do something?" I hesitated, then said quietly, "That joke you made earlier, about Ryan. It didn't sit right with me." She paused, then smiled softly. "Oh, come on. You know I didn't mean anything by it." "I know," I said. "But sometimes it feels like you two have your own little thing. The jokes, the looks, I notice it." Her smile faded. "Ethan, you're imagining things. He's your brother. He's family." I nodded slowly, though part of me still felt uneasy. That night, after she fell asleep, I lay awake replaying everything. Her words, her tone, her laughter. Maybe I was being paranoid, I thought. Maybe it was all just in my head. But then, a week later, my phone buzzed while I was at work, a message from Ryan. It said, "Hey, just wanted to say thanks again for letting me crash at your place last month. Lauren's cooking is still on my mind, haha." I frowned. Ryan hadn't mentioned staying with us last month. He'd stayed for one night, but Lauren had told me he ordered takeout. That small detail, one word, one memory, made everything click in ways I didn't want to believe. That night, I asked Lauren again, calmly, "Did Ryan stay over last month while I was out of town?" She looked surprised. "Yeah, for one night." "You knew that." "I knew that," I said carefully. "But you told me he ordered dinner. He says you cooked for him." Her face shifted, not guilt, but discomfort. "Ethan, it was just dinner. He came late, we talked for a bit, and I made pasta. That's it." I wanted to believe her. I really did. But that sinking feeling wouldn't leave. For days, I kept quiet, unsure of what was real and what was jealousy twisting my mind. Until one evening, Ryan called. "Hey," he said lightly, "Lauren told me you've been acting distant. Everything good?" That's when it hit me, she'd told him. My own wife had discussed our marriage with my brother before she talked to me about it. Something in me broke a little right then. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I just said, "Ryan, let's keep some space for a while. Between you and me, and between you and Lauren." He paused, then said, "If that's what you want." Lauren was upset when she found out, saying I was being dramatic. But for me, it wasn't about a single joke or dinner. It was about respect, the kind that slowly cracks before anyone notices. Weeks passed before she finally said, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel small. I just didn't realize how it looked." I nodded, quietly. "I just needed to know where your loyalty was, not who made you laugh." And that night, I realized something painful but freeing. Trust doesn't always shatter with betrayal. Sometimes it erodes through small, careless words, until one joke becomes the line you can't cross anymore.